Thank you to Kelly's son for being so patient and so quiet. I remember when I was 5 years old, and had that been me, I've been running around this place nonstop. So, miracle So, I'm Jared with National Council La Raza. We have offices in Orlando and in Miami. Last year was kind of our first big year here under NCLR doing civic engagement work. What that was last year was doing voter registration. We conducted voter registration in Orlando and in Miami-Dade County, and we brought in over 50,000 registrations. And we've been doing this for quite a few years, but our goal with voter registrations and getting people to vote is that we have a continuum that we talk about. And it's getting people who are residents, making them citizens, taking citizens, making them into voters, and taking voters and making them into actual advocates for our issues out there. And so what I'm talking about today is actually taking action out there. Right now in immigration reform, we've been doing phone calls in the Congress. We've been conducting legislative visits with our members of Congress, writing op-eds, doing town halls just like this in the community as well as over the phone. And we've also been holding actual roundtables, similar to this with a smaller audience of local business owners and community leaders out there. And so what I want to make sure everybody helps with is actually taking action on this whole thing, because the votes we need 218 votes in the House and 16 in the Senate out there. And we just saw on gun control how that failed. And that had overwhelming support out there to get passed. And the same fate could be with immigration reform if we don't take action out there. And so it's incumbent upon all of us to actually go out and take action. And I'm going to kind of go over some of the ways that you can actually take action out there. If you need help with that, we can help you with that. We've been doing that in the field already. And the first one, and the most easiest one to do out there is calling a member of Congress. Does everybody here know who the member of Congress is, by show of hands?
Yeah.
Good, good. Now, has everybody called the member of Congress on immigration reform yet? So it seems like we got about a half dozen or so. We got probably about 50 people in this audience here. And so the first thing we all do out there is to actually call our member of Congress out there and tell them to support immigration reform, because what happens in the field every day is that, you know, for every one call they get on pro-immigration reform, they're probably getting 2 or 3 that are against that. And especially if you're in very vulnerable districts out there that are former conservative or people who are not in support of immigration reform, they have no problem talking to a member of Congress the whole thing. And so if you haven't called a member of Congress, please do so. It's one of the easiest ways to get involved, and it's a pretty quick call. Second, one of the best ways to actually establish a relationship with your member of Congress out there and their staff to show that what the community believes in this issue is by actually doing legislative visits. We've been doing legislative visits in Florida this year. We do about 1 a week, where we go to a member of Congress's office, talk with that member of Congress or their staff. And we bring people from the community with us. Usually about 5 people or so, people who share stories, and there'll be usually a business owner there or a community leader out there. We'll talk about the issue more in depth out there. But what it shows is that for that member of Congress, that there actually is broad community support out there for the issue out there. And it's easy to organize if you know who your people are here locally, to essentially pick a date, talk to a member of Congress to get a date scheduled, and show up to talk to the staff person, a member of Congress. We typically do them during the recess period. We just got done with one for the congressional recess. There'll be another one at the end of May for Memorial Day. And so we are ramping up a lot of our activities to do legislative visits at that time. And so if you are interested in doing legislative visits, you know, come track me down after the town hall here. Third, we do is we write op-eds. Op-eds are one of the best ways to amplify stories that are out there, like the two we heard today. That's ready to be retold over and over again into a larger audience out there. And it doesn't necessarily be the big papers out there. Getting that story is told in local Hispanic media, either radio or press, that actually helps the community come out and support these issues out there, and show that these stories are not uncommon out there, that they're actually everyday stories we hear out there. And so I urge everybody here to find your story on immigration reform, whatever that is, whether it's a personal story or a story of a friend out there. is tell a story over and over again so people understand that immigration reform is needed now, and an example is that. The other one is doing town halls like this. We've got about 50 people here, but we know that's not enough to move this issue forward. And so we all have friends here. If we show hands. So now if we come back in 2 or 3 weeks, and we all bring 2 or 3 people who are not here right now, we'll triple the capacity of the room here. And we need to have meetings like this to educate people what's going on in DC and how it relates to their community right here and how we take action on this stuff. And hopefully we actually organize and take actions right on the spot there. We also do, if you can't make it in person like this, we also organize teletown halls. It sounds kind of revolutionary, but it's really not. It's just pick up the phone. We give you a call-in number, and you can dial into it. And you call to that number, and you hear about the updates on immigration reform, and you're able to take action right on the phone, like using your little press phone buttons on there. But it's a way to get a briefing of the issue out there, especially as this issue is moving forward now. The Senate put up their version of the bill. The House has yet to do that yet. And so we're going to start to see this stuff pick up pretty quickly and over the summer, probably for the next 5 months. And so as things move rapidly out there, we want to inform people what's going on out there. And so teletown halls are one way to send people out there, especially if they're trying a great distance, they can't make it to a place like this. They can still be part of the whole action by actually calling them on their phone. And last, doing roundtables. We found that doing roundtables with community leaders out there, whether they be small business owners or block captains or anybody like that, actually doing roundtables like that, inviting the media to that, and doing a similar panel like this, and educating people out there what's going on. It helps tell a story out there, and it helps put out there that there's actually a broad support out there of this issue out there. It's not just a Latino issue, it's actually an American issue out there. And that's our whole goal out there, is that when we then talk with our members of Congress out there, we can really show them that this issue has broad support out there, and that if they're worried about taking a critical vote out there that it might have repercussions for Election Day, that we have their back on the issue out there. And we won't forget that the vote they took out there was a vote for us. But that's all I really have for you guys. I'm more interested to hear what you guys have to say than listen to me talk for a half hour. So thank you.